U Sport. Fox 40 celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veriburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada. Le gouvernement du Canada.
Welcome to Halifax. You are looking live inside the Scotiabank Centre. It's day one of the 2023 U Sports Men's Final 8 Basketball Championship. The opening quarterfinal matchup featuring the defending Final 8 champions and 16-time U Sports National Champions, the number 3 seed Carleton University Ravens versus the number 6 seed, the RSEQ champions, the University of Quebec at Montreal Citadin. Good afternoon, everyone, alongside Nate Philly, Vince Williams on hand. The Ravens start this year's tournament in an unfamiliar ranking and coming off a game where they were dominated on home court by the University of Ottawa GGs for the Wilson Cup, the Ontario University Athletics Conference Championship. And the Citadins are coming off a very impressive conference victory versus their arch rivals, the Bishop University Gators, winning their first RSEQ Conference Championship. And here are the brackets, how they get here. You can see at the top of the bracket there, University of Victoria Vikes, seated number 1. They will take on UPEI in the nightcap here in day number 1. Santa Vex, ranked number 4. Queen's University, ranked number 5. And on the other side of the bracket, you'll see these two combatants, Nate. It's the Ravens and the Citadins, and it's going to be a very interesting matchup for these two teams as the Ravens won both of the previous matchups here at the Nationals by a slim margin.
Yeah, really good matchup. It's a contrast of styles. Uqam is up-tempo, long, athletic roster. First time here in 13 years, so going to be interesting to see how they match up. Carleton, obviously 16-time champions. The road to a national championship always goes through Carleton, so defend at a high level, rebound at a high level, very, very skilled, top to bottom. It's going to be a really good matchup today, Vince.
And let's introduce you to the starting lineups for the Carleton Ravens. They will go with their all-Canadian. Good look at the Uqam huddle there as head coach Mario Joseph in his first appearance here at the Nationals. As the Ravens will go with their all-Canadian, that's number 31, Aiden Warnholtz. Number 10, Grant Shepard. Number 33, Connor Vraken. Number 12, Wazir Latif. And number 22, Elliot Bailey. On the other side for Uqam, they'll counter number 13, Kevin Seville. Number 15, Bahai Haidara. Number 14, Carl Tommy Lafourier. Number 22, Ellie Carajol. And number 24, McFadden Jean. So good look at Uqam coming back to the Nationals. And you were a head coach for 2 years with Uqam, a little bit of allegiance with that school. Yep. It's good to see them here at the national stage, getting over the hump, beating their arch rivals, the Bishop Gators.
Yeah, it's really great to see Uqam here. It's a historic event for them. You know, obviously I coached there for 2 years and know how big this is for their program. It's come a long way in 6 years since I left and Mario took over, and this was always a goal, you know, for them to win the RSEQ championship again and play on the national stage. So huge opportunity for them. Obviously Carleton, this is an annual event for them. They're expected to be here. So, you know, it's Uqam is playing with house money, right? Everyone's picking Carleton. They're the heavy favorites, and Uqam's just trying to shock the world.
And what would be the situation in regards to the separation between these two teams? What has to happen in the first 5 minutes in this game flow?
I think the big thing for Uqam is they need to be able to make shots. You know, I think that's not their strength. It's a below-average shooting team. You know, they're very good in transition, very good defensively, long, athletic team, but not a great shooting team. So that's a huge part of the Carleton philosophy is force teams to shoot over their set defense. And Uqam's got to be able to make some shots to keep Carleton honest and make them spread the floor and respect them, you know, in the half court rather than just pack it in and pack in the paint, which is where Carleton's really, really good. You know, they very rarely allow any easy points inside the three-point line, so you have to be able to make shots to beat Carleton.
And you're looking at Carleton, the defending national champions. Two players come to mind: Aiden Warnholtz, first-team All-Canadian, and Grant Shepard, who's just dynamite inside the paint.
Yeah, Aiden and Grant have been playing at a very, very high level, throughout their careers, and even before they got to Carleton. National team caliber players, all Canadian caliber players, very, very high IQ. Grant is an explosive athlete. Very tough to keep him off the glass. Not only is he long, bouncy, and athletic, but he's also very strong and very physical. So I think that's going to be a key for Uqam, is trying to keep Grant off the glass, and try and make Aiden uncomfortable and make every shot difficult for him.
And just to back up that point, Uqam, they have a couple players that are pretty outstanding as well. Kevin Seville, this guy is the RSEQ second-team All-Star. You're looking at Idara, he is the RSEQ Defensive Player of the Year and a nominee for Defensive Player of the Year in the national level. RSEQ first-team All-Star as well. And Carl Tommy Lafourier, an all-rookie team in the RSEQ.
Yeah, I think Uqam won't be intimidated by Carleton. Kevin Seville obviously knows Carleton inside out, playing at Ottawa throughout his career. He's played in nationals before and played at this level for throughout his career. So, guaranteed that Kevin Seville is not going to be backing down. He's not going to be intimidated. You have Eli Corojo is a former player with Carleton and University of Ottawa. He won't be intimidated. And Bahid, is a high level player. He's going to be one of the best players in this tournament. Coming out of high school, he was projected as a high major Division I player. Went to George Mason in the A10, and he's a guy that won't be intimidated by this stage either. So. Yeah, it's a really intriguing matchup. When I saw this bracket, this was a game I was very, very excited about. I think that both teams have advantages and disadvantages, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Good look at Uqam getting back here at the national stage. And a good look at McFadden Jean, outstanding sophomore, 6'2" from Montreal. If you look at this lineup from Uqam, they're loaded with provincial players
Yep.
that either play from Montreal or
Yep.
from down the road in Laval.
Yep. Yeah, well, I think that's the nature of Uqam, being a French university, is they have no choice but to draw from that pool of French-speaking players, student athletes. So yeah, they have by nature to recruit from Montreal and Quebec. French-speaking players, which is a positive and a negative. I think Mario's done a great job of trying to get the best players in the region to Quebec and to Uqam and represent the province with pride and represent Uqam with pride. So, yeah, I think it's an exciting roster. It's very, very athletic. It's the deepest, most talented team that they've had during Mario's 6 years, and really we're the class of the RSEQ. So they deserve to be here, and obviously they've got a handful with Carleton.
So the team's still warming up here, and the reason why we have technical difficulties, an issue with the shot clock, trying to get that operating here. As you can see, both teams warming up, continuing here, and tip-off is moments away. It's a highly anticipated tip-off versus the number 3 team and the number 6 team to get this tournament rolling. And like I said, Nate, juices are flowing. You got here early. We got an opportunity to talk to both coaches and talk about the perspective of coming into this tournament, and they have high expectations, obviously, to win a championship.
Definitely. I think Carleton expects to win every year. I think that, Carleton's in a unique position where, the expectations are that they win a national championship every year. And I know within the Carleton program, they don't necessarily compare themselves to other teams in the league or other teams in Canada. They compare themselves to previous Carleton teams. Right. So I think, every game that they play, every season they play, they're battling history. And they're battling, historically great teams and really the greatest dynasty, that we've seen in university sport in Canada. So tremendous pressure, but that's why these players chose to go to Carleton, and they're used to it. They're used to carrying that burden every game. And, I think being seeded number 3 and losing the OUA championship, that's a chip on their shoulder, right?
Absolutely.
They use that as motivation. They'll use it as fuel, and I'm sure they have a bad taste in their mouths. So, they're coming here to prove that you know, they are unquestionably the best team in Canada. You know, they want to be considered as one of the greatest Carleton Ravens teams in history.
Their legacy.
Exactly, and that's what they're competing for every year. So, you know, this is going to be a really interesting matchup. You know, Uqam's first time here in 13 years. Carleton, you know, they're very used to this pressure, very used to this atmosphere. So this contrast of styles and approaches is going to be really entertaining to watch for sure.
Yes, it's the first time since 2011, excuse me, where a team from outside of Ontario has been ranked #1. The last time was the University of British Columbia. And this year, it's the University of Victoria Vikes, who are no slouches themselves. They've won 8 championships, and they were a juggernaut in the 90s.
They are, and that's you know, again with UVic, they're playing against history too. They're playing against legacy also, and this is a huge opportunity for them. You know, being seeded #1, Canada West champions. They've got a roster that's built to compete against anybody in Canada. You know, long, physical, skilled. You know, they have one of the best players in Canada, and Diego Mafia. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing UVic and how they handle that pressure being rated #1.
And as you can see on the screen, just trying to adjust the shot clock on one of the hoops. The reason for the delay here. Tip-off still moments away here from at the Scotiabank Center. Trying to get that right. Safety first, right, Nate?
Absolutely. Better to fix it now than during the game and have to delay during game.
And we can't forget to mention one of the greatest players who ever played for Uqam. Uqam, excuse me.
Yep.
Alex Louchard, excellent. Coming off the bench, an unusual role for him. RSEQ second-team All-Star. The Dr. Peter Mullins Trophy Award winner in 2018-19 as the Rookie of the Year in the country. First-team All-Canadian in 2019-20. First-team RSEQ in 2018-19, 2019-20, and 2021-22. This guy is outstanding player, and for him to come off the bench, that's a lot of punch for Mario Joseph.
Absolutely. I think Alex really set the stage for Uqam being here in this national tournament. You know, he was the first high-level player in Montreal to take a chance on signing with Uqam and with Mario, and he's accomplished everything in his career that you possibly can as a player, you know, other than win on the national stage. So, you know, I think Alex is a dominating force on both ends. High motor, very athletic, high-level paint scorer, rebounder, defender. So yeah, he's, you know, coming off the bench, shows what kind of character he has. You know, it's not about ego, it's about winning and putting his team in a position to succeed.
So here we go. The tap controlled by Uqam. This afternoon's officials: Riley Kirison, Matthew Boyle, and Farhan Baj. Good closeout and a foul. That's on Elliot Bailey. That'll be his first, team's first.
Yeah, and you see right away the kind of pressure that Carleton puts on the ball. You know, half court defensively, that's what they've built their success on, is being the best defensive team year in, year out. And you see that kind of pressure right away.
Good drive there by Seville. Three-pointer. Won't fall. Good look there by Hidara. Now the Ravens, their first opportunity. Latif drops it off to Shepard, trying to back his way down inside. Shepard off the glass, won't fall. Kept alive, flipped away. Back the other way comes Carajul.
Good opening defensive sequence for both teams. Both defensive teams that will take pride on that end.
Good drive and a foul, and that'll be on Bailey. So Elliot Bailey picks up a quick couple, 2 fouls here. And going to the line to shoot 2 is Carl Tommy Lafourier. And he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Shoots it at 63% from the stripe on the regular season, averaging 9 points and 5 rebounds is the freshman.
And that's definitely not how Carleton wants to start the game, with 2 early fouls. Obviously, we're going to be at bonus at 5 fouls, so not the start that Carleton wants on the defensive end.
We haven't even played 2 minutes yet.
Yeah.
Couple free throws there by Lafourier.
That can definitely be a factor later on this quarter.
Here's Warren Holtz. Dismisses the screen from Shepard. Skip pass. 3 ball. Won't fall. Good look by Latif. Back the other way comes Uqam. Good drive. Can't finish. Outstanding rebound, but ends up out of bounds. Was Lafourier. So an opportunity in transition. You can see right off of that missed bucket, Uqam trying to get right back down the other way for an easy bucket in transition, excuse me.
And that's really Uqam's strength. Their athleticism, they're very dynamic in transition, and you can see how fast Bahid turned defense to offense there.
Shepard gets inside with the easy bucket. A 6'10", fifth-year senior from Kelowna, BC, averaging 15 points per game and 10 rebounds. Here's Grant Shepard. Seville, he'll leave it short. Had a good look just inside the three-point line. One and done for Uqam. Looking for Shepard again. Go ahead.
And you can see that's going to be a point of emphasis. 3 possessions so far. They've looked inside to Shepard. So that's definitely a matchup they're going to be attacking. You can see his strength, his physicality. So they're going to be looking for him all game.
The Ravens averaging 82 points per game. And a offensive foul. And that was a moving screen, and that'll be on Elliot Bailey. So that's his second. He actually escaped it. That second one was on Vraken. He'll pick up his first. Bailey will go to the bench, and coming in for the first time is Reggie Serafine. Serafine, the 6'5" freshman from Ottawa.
And another foul on Carleton. So we have 3 early fouls on Carleton. Definitely could play a factor later on this quarter.
Three-pointer rattles in by Hederod. So Hederod knocks down the first triple of the game. Shoots it at 28% from downtown. Is the 4th-year senior from Montreal.
And that's a big shot for them. Again, they have to be able to make shots to beat Carleton.
Another trying to run out there in transition is Uqam. McFadden Jean can't save it on the end line. A turnover for Uqam and an opportunity here for the Ravens. Here's Warren Holtz. Closely guarded by Jean. Skip pass. Wide open 3-ball. Won't fall, rattle around, and wanted a goaltend as Latif unable to knock down the triple.
Yep, and that's FIBA rules. Just for everybody watching, FIBA rules, you can take the ball off the rim as long as it's not inside the cylinder. So that was a fully legal play.
McFadden Jones knocks down the triple. Back-to-back threes for Uqam. 6-point lead. Approaching the midway point.
Well, this is exactly the start to the game that Uqam wanted. Defending very, very well. Breaking out in transition. They've gotten some good open looks. So this is exactly what Uqam wanted to start the game.
Latif drives, can't finish. Shepard, the putback is there. So Shepard's got all 4 points for the Ravens. Second chance opportunity, and that's going to be key as the Ravens do an outstanding job rebounding the basketball. They average 42 rebounds per game.
And that's historically been what Carleton is all about, is defense and rebounding. They attack the offensive glass relentlessly like any other team in Canada. So keeping them off the glass is going to be key to keeping Uqam competitive in this game.
Carajo knocks down the mid-range jumper. Lead back to 6 for Uqam. Here's Warren Holtz. Floater. Gets the shooter's roll, and that's the first field goal for the All-Canadian, Aiden Warholtz.
It was actually a really good defensive possession by Uqam, but the breakdown there, giving Aiden a wide-open shot.
Good ball movement by Uqam. Another 3 in the corner. Won't fall this time for Lafourier. Here's Warren Holtz. Blow by. Warren Holtz gets inside. Fade away. Won't go. Battle for the loose ball. Picked up by Lafourier. Here comes Uqam again on the run out. Ravens this time get back in transition. Quick ball movement. Seville for three, puts it in. Kevin Seville can knock down the three, shoots it at 38% from downtown. Is the 6'4" fourth-year senior from Montreal.
Very good offensive possession for UQAM, moving the ball really well, and they've made 3 early threes. You know, again, that's going to be a key to them beating Carleton. You have to be able to make shots. So you see here, kick out, reverse to an open shot. You know, Kevin Seville's been in these moments before. He's played Carleton very, very tough throughout his career. So very good offensive possession for UQAM, and they're making early shots.
So timeout called on the floor. 13-6 is the lead for UQAM over Carleton. We'll be back. Stay with us. You're watching FLW Analytics from Boost Innovation is proud to bring you the 2023 U Sports Basketball Final 8 on CBC. This Canadian-built military-grade software provides guidance on 8 performance mindset characteristics, as well as knowledge of tactics and strategy in basketball. FLW Analytics, proven technology is ready for its Canadian release. Learn more about the launch of FLW Analytics in Canada by visiting flwanalytics.com or scan the QR code on your screen. FLW Analytics, where champions go to improve their mindset. So out of the timeout, the Carleton Ravens knocked down the 3, and that's what the doctor ordered, Nate.
Yeah, first big breakdown defensively for UQAM. Baseline out of bounds play. There was a miscommunication there and left Aiden wide open for a 3. He's definitely going to punish you if you leave him that open.
So Warren Holtz has 5 of the 9 points for the Ravens. Warren Holtz. And he'll be called for the walk. Good closeout there by Hidara.
Yeah, back to a good defensive possession by UQAM. Cleaned up the mistake of the last possession.
Good look at Taffy Charles, the head coach for the Carleton Ravens. Seville gets inside, and Seville is bumped on the way to the bucket. So Cotto will be called for the foul. That'll be his first. Team's 4th.
This is really an uncharacteristic start for Carleton. You have 4 early fouls, turnovers on footwork plays. This is definitely not the kind of start that Carleton wanted in this game.
Seville for 3. That'll rattle in and out. Back the other way come the Ravens. Breaking. Inside. Samaha. And he's fouled by Lochar, so Alex Lochar into the game for the first time for UQAM. And he'll pick up the personal.
Yeah, so you see it's a point of emphasis here for Carleton, getting the ball inside and getting into the post. And their touch foul, I'm sure UQAM doesn't like the call. But definitely a point of emphasis for Carleton, pounding it in the paint, and they see that that's where they have an advantage.
So Samaha, the 6'9" sophomore, shoots it at 67% from the stripe. Empty trip for him and his first chance at the stripe this afternoon. Here's Uqam. Heater up, loses the handle on the floor. Good hustle, outstanding hustle there. The best of U Sports Women's Hockey hit the ice next weekend at the 2023 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship in Montreal. Catch all the action beginning March 16th on cbcsports.ca and CBC Gem.
Much better defensive possession for Carleton there. That's Carleton defense, the intensity getting on the floor. And that's really the biggest thing with playing against Carleton is can you sustain that level of intensity start to finish for 40 minutes. And another breakdown, again, offensive glass. You know, that's where Carleton's dominated is attacking the glass relentlessly. Have to box them out and keep them off the glass.
Bailey able to track down his miss. Cuts it to a one-possession game. Seville gets inside. Kick out three. Good closer. Steps inside the three-point line. Nothing but net for Carajol.
And again, another perimeter jumper for Uqam made. You know, that's the key to the game to me is can they make shots and beat them from the perimeter. Oh, another uncharacteristic turnover for Carleton.
Seville throws it ahead and an outstanding finish by Hidera. 4 turnovers for the Ravens. Uncharacteristic is this team. They don't turn it over often.
No.
Is Taffy Charles' squad.
No, and that's something Carleton doesn't do is they don't want to beat themselves. They don't want to make careless mistakes. And these turnovers is not Carleton's game.
Ocado can't knock down the three. And a scramble for it. Tie up.
I think Uqam's doing a great job with transition offense too. You know, that's gonna. Here's the last turnover from Carleton here. You know, completely careless pass, and that's just not something that they've done over their run the last 19 years. And again, turning defense into offense is what Uqam does very, very well. You know, dynamic transition team, so you got to take care of the ball against them.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. 6-point lead for Uqam. Shot won't go for Hidera. One and done opportunity. Warnholtz steps into a three. Knocks it down, nothing but net. Drayden Warnholtz. He's got back-to-back triples.
Very good transition offense there by Carleton, and that's what they do better than anyone, turning defense into offense.
Hidera now. Three-pointer on the way. Won't fall. Ball's batted around, ripped away. Back the other way comes the Ravens. Here's Warnholtz.
Carleton's on the run here. Uqam wants to get a stop.
Looking to go inside. Here's Shepard. Bangs his way down low. He'll bank it in. Outstanding move there by Grant Shepard.
Yeah, huge shot for Carleton. Now they've brought it back to a one-point game. You can see Grant Shepard is controlling the paint. It's a very difficult matchup for Uqam down there.
Under a minute to go. 2 quality chances there for Uqam. Can't convert. Ravens can take the lead. Shepard draws the triple. Shepard able to give the Ravens the lead.
Yeah, they're having major problems with Grant Shepard on the post, which every team does in Canada, but just his physicality, his strength, it's a really, really tough matchup for Uqam. Yeah, so here's the play that really started this run. You know, excellent transition offense. Aiden Warnholtz wide open. They're going to make that shot 10 times out of 10. So that was really what sparked this run, and now you have a brand new game with Carleton up 1.
So the Ravens, 26.1 remaining in the opening frame. Aiden Warnholtz has got the offense going.
Sorry, Vince. Yeah, big possession for both teams here.
1-point lead. Difference of 2 seconds on the shot clock and game clock. We go back inside the Shepard. That three left short. Shepard tried to corral it. Got to get it off in time. And And there it is, didn't get it off in time. So after one quarter, the Carleton Ravens lead by 1. We're back after these messages with CBC Sports exclusive coverage of the 2023 U Sports Final 8 Men's Basketball Championship.
Some people come to university knowing exactly what they want to do in life. Others come to discover it. Either way, there's a path for them at U Ottawa. A path to knowledge, a path to success. You study with professors who are leaders in their field. 89 of them hold Canada Research Chairs. Along your path, you will find student mentors, counselors, and coaches. All there to give you the support you need to be the best you can be.
Back in Halifax, good look at Mario Joseph, the head coach for Uqam. They trail by 1 after 10 minutes. Joseph from Montreal in his 6th season has guided this City Dance team in his first conference title under his tutelage after taking the programs to 2 previous conference championships in his first 6 years. 32-44 league record, and 4-3 in the last playoffs. So this guy is fantastic. And Champions Collection, as you can see there. Good look at the Uqam here. So the Ravens up by 1. After 10 minutes, joined by Nate Philippe, Vince Williams on hand here at the Scotiabank Center. And Nate, it was up and down. Ravens had problems with turnovers.
Yeah, I think really that quarter was, almost two quarters in one. The first half of the quarter was all Uqam, exactly what they wanted to start the game. They did a great job breaking out in transition, made transition shots, whereas the Ravens were in foul trouble, uncharacteristic turnovers, and then the second half of the quarter was all Carleton. High-level Carleton defense, transition offense, pounding the ball into the paint to Grant Shepard. So we saw what both teams were trying to accomplish this game.
Corner 3 won't fall. Here comes Seville. Just in straight corner, Kevin Seville knocks down another triple, and that was highly contested.
Yeah, that's a huge shot. Very, very difficult. High degree of difficulty there. So if Kevin gets hot, watch out. That's going to be a huge factor for Uqam.
And that's his 2nd of the game. Uqam takes back the lead. Here's Warren Holtz. Under 5. Warren Holtz, step back, 3, puts it in.
Very tough shot. Very tough shot.
Aiden Warren Holtz, another 3-pointer. Gives the Ravens back the lead. 3-point balls are the call right now for both of these teams.
And that's why Aiden Warren Holtz is first-team All-Canadian. He's been doing this throughout his career. High-level shot maker.
11 points for Warren Holtz. Leads all scores up to this point. McFadden John, he'll throw up the air ball.
And you really see the intensity's picked up on the defensive end for Carleton. We're seeing more of a Carleton defensive effort that we're used to seeing since the halfway point of the first quarter.
Here's Warren Holtz. Try to go inside the Shepard. And have a whistle here as McFadden will pick up the hold off the ball. So substitution here. Coming back for the Ravens is Okado. Warren Holtz will sit down, but what a start for Warren Holtz. 11 points for the Ravens. You mentioned the All-Canadian finding his groove in that first quarter.
You know, Warren Holtz is really like a surgeon. He just picks apart defenses. Very, very smart player. That's what he does at a high level.
Blow by. Nice take there by Elliott Bailey. He'll finish with the left hand off the glass.
Very good offensive possession there for Carleton. You can see that they're starting to settle down and execute better on the offensive end.
Bailey out there playing with 2 fouls. Picked a couple up in the first quarter. Settling into this game now for the Ravens. Shepard trying to bang his way in. Finds a cutting teammate and lays it up and in. An easy bucket there for Connor Vraken. 5-point lead for the Ravens. It's the largest.
That was actually Shepard, Vince. And I think what you're seeing is Shepard is really imposing his will in the paint. Uqam had to double there. Oh, sorry. No, you're right. There was a pass to a cutter. But what Uqam's having to do is compensate for his strength, his physicality, send a double team, and they found the wide open cutter.
Seville finishes with the right hand down the other end. That'll break up the 5-0 run for the Ravens. 1 possession game. Looking to go back inside the Shepard. Shepard spins. Shepard can't get the go. Back the other way now. Seville for 3. Won't fall. 1 and done for Uqam. Okado. Okado will pull it out. Okado will take Seville inside. Looking for Shepard. Shepard calling for it. 10 to shoot. Good spin in the lane. Latif. Tough shot. Good closeout there by Uqam.
Very good defensive possession there by Uqam.
Seville's reversals there. Kevin Seville starting to take over now for Uqam. That's 4 points in the quarter for Seville, and they really needed him.
It was a huge basket by Uqam. They needed to stop that Carleton run.
CBC Sports is your home for the 2023 U Sports Women's Volleyball Championship from Vancouver. Catch the best in University Women's Volleyball starting Friday, March 17th on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and CBC Olympics YouTube channel. So a 1-point game. Carleton Ravens leading Uqam alongside Nate Philippe, Vince Williams on hand here at the Scotiabank Center. First game, quarterfinal number 1 and day 1.
Very competitive matchup so far. I think Uqam's done a really good job matching Carleton's intensity. That's going to be the big question: is can they maintain that level of play, that intensity and physicality throughout the game?
Warren Holtz has come back into the game. The 3 won't fall for Okado. Seville chased off of that 3-point line. Good skip pass. 2-3 matchup zone by the Ravens. Nice step through. Can't get the shooter's roll. Batted around. And Warren Holtz will come up with the rebound.
Very good transition defense there by Carleton. I think that's somewhere where Uqam's hurting them in the first quarter. So it's something that they want to clean up, stop the ball in transition, and make every shot tough and contested.
So Ellie Carajo will pick up the foul. That'll be the 3rd team foul for Uqam. So we'll have a stoppage here. Get some moisture that needs to be cleaned up. Just at the half-court line. Good look at Matt Boyle, one of the officials here this afternoon.
I think a key for Carleton here is someone else needs to step up and help Aiden Warren Holtz and Grant Shepard. You can't just be a 2-man attack, so they need somebody else to step up here and be an offensive threat.
Here's Warren Holtz. Warren Holtz, 3-pointer. This time it won't fall. Seville on the run-out. Tough catch in transition. Can't get the friendly roll. That batted around. Back the other way comes Warren Holtz.
Good look in transition again there for Uqam. It's a shot they need to convert.
Fadden John with the steal. Jean drops it off for Carajol. He'll be called for the walk. Add numbers in transition for Uqam. Carajol called for the travel.
And you really see how fast Carleton gets back on the defensive end there. You know, they're the best transition defense team in the country, and that's why they've been dominant for so long. It's defense, rebounding, that's where they hang their hat, and that was a fantastic defensive possession there.
Couple substitutions here for the Ravens. Coming back is Latif, along with Vraken. Warnholtz will bring it over the timeline. 3-2 half-court pressure being applied. And that free ball is nothing but net by Wazir Latif.
That's exactly what we were just talking about. Vince is someone else stepping up and being a threat. Defensive breakdown there by Uqam, leaving Wazir Latif wide open for three.
Get the ball inside now. It's a good offensive possession, one that they needed, Nate, to try to stop, this run by the Ravens.
Oh, that was excellent ball movement there, and anytime you can get a drive, kick for a wide open shot to a high-level shooter, that was a very good offensive possession getting.
We're back. Stay with us. You're watching U Sports here on CBC.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
FLW Analytics from Boost Innovation is proud to bring you the 2023 U Sports Basketball Final 8 on CBC. This Canadian-built military-grade software provides guidance on 8 performance mindset characteristics as well as a knowledge of tactics and strategy in basketball. FLW Analytics. Proven technology is ready for its Canadian release. Learn more about the launch of FLW Analytics in Canada by visiting flanalytics.com or scan the QR code on your screen. FLW Analytics, where champions go to improve their mindset. Back here in Halifax, Ravens leading by 3.
Yeah, backup center here, Anthony Fitzgerald, Felisma, he's given them really good minutes. I think something to watch here is Alex Lochard has not played many minutes today. He actually didn't look like he was moving that well when he was out there, so other big guys have to step up and handle Grant Shepard, which is a handful for anyone.
Warnholtz, baseline jumper, nothing but net for Warnholtz. He's got 13 now. Fans, you too can celebrate each U Sports team's gold medal with victory. Your very own commemorative apparel from T. Litson Sports. Swimming fans of the UBC Thunderbirds and the U of T Varsity Blues, while wrestling fans of the Brock Badgers and Alberta Pandas have been flocking to shop.usports.ca to purchase their piece of history. On Monday, the championship collection for its tournament will be available for purchase, but hurry, supplies will go fast on this limited offer. That's the U Sports Championship collection on sale at shop.usports.ca. Okado on the drop. Latif will lay it up and in. And the beat goes on for the Ravens. They're really getting inside that paint with the dribble drive.
And Wazir Latif is giving Carleton a lift. That's exactly what I was talking about. Someone else stepping up for Carleton, and Wazir is giving him that spark.
Another turnover for Uqam. 3:49 remaining in the second quarter. Mario Joseph wants a timeout to talk it over. If you're Mario Joseph right now, you got to address the turnovers.
Yeah, I think that was a really good timeout by Uqam. You can see that they're wearing down a little bit, and that's really where Carleton is so good, is they just play at an intensity level and an effort level that other teams just aren't used to seeing throughout the season. You know, and competing in the OUA and seeing Carleton game in, game out, I think that lifts and elevates the level of everyone in the league because you have no choice but give 100% every single possession of every minute of every game that you play against Carleton. So I think that's really where you know, teams at nationals can struggle when they see Carleton for the first time in a season, is they're just not used to playing at that intensity level, possession in, possession out throughout the game. To wear down a little bit physically, mentally. Some careless turnovers there. You know, you had Haidara, who should have had an open layup there in transition. Instead of an open layup, you know, fumbles the ball and turns over. So that's really where Carleton, you know, beats teams up physically and mentally, as they just wear them down with that effort level and intensity.
Good look at Taffy Charles from Ottawa in his 4th season as the head coach of the defending champions Ravens.
Yeah, this is really a huge 3 minutes and 49 seconds here for Uqam. Can they match that intensity level? You know, right now it's a 6-point game. You know, what you don't want to see is that balloon to a, you know, 12-point, 14-point game in these last few minutes here.
They go inside the Shepherd, he'll bank it home, and Grant Shepherd has been outstanding. He's up to double digits. He's got 10 on the game now.
Grant Shepherd has been dominant in the paint, and that's going to be a major issue. And that's where you see Alex Lochard not playing major minutes is a major factor for Uqam. Alex has the physicality and athleticism to handle Shepherd in the paint, but you know, their backup centers are struggling with his physicality.
Carajo loses the handle, knocked out of bounds by the Ravens. It will stay with Uqam. As Lafoyer will come back for Uqam.
All that being said, it's only an 8-point game. Uqam still has a shot, so that's they're still in good position, but they have to find a way to handle Grant Shepherd in the paint.
Seville can't knock down the triple after a hot start for him. Once again, they'll go back inside the Shepherd, draws the triple. Latif had a good look from downtown. Back the other way comes Uqam. And a foul on that drive by Hidara. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. So Hidara shoots it at 67% from the stripe. Take a look at Hidara in transition.
This is a huge play for Uqam. This is where they're really good. Haidara is a high-level athlete. Getting out in transition is one of his strengths, so he needs to make them pay here and hopefully make these 2 free throws.
Yeah, he was outstanding in the conference championship. 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Averages 14 points per game and 6 rebounds. And Hidara.
He's really an X factor for Uqam. Again, D1 transfer, played in the A10. You know, has played at a high level and a high stage. So they need him to be really good to beat Carleton.
Latif, baseline, cut off by Seville. Here's Warren Holtz. Warren Holtz, under 10 to shoot. Break-in, that'll rim out. Battle for the loose ball, and over the back is Serafin. He'll be called for the personal. Good block out there. Down low by Carajo.
That was a great defensive possession by Uqam. You know, they did a good job pressuring the ball. They were help and rotation. Ended it with the box out and a 2-hand rebound. You know, that's as good of a defensive possession as you can have against Carleton. Big possession here for Uqam. They want to have a solid shot here and execute something offensively. You're not going to be able to just score in transition. You're going to have to be able to score in the half court.
Carajo, baseline, nice move. Loses the handle, but he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, that would be what they call a bailout. they got lucky there, so hopefully they can capitalize on this opportunity.
And that's on Connor Vraken. They're over the limit, so they'll shoot 2. Garajol, and it looks like Elliot Bailey will come back for the Ravens, along with Okado.
Eli Carrojo there driving into 2 defenders. Really got some help from the officials there. That's it's not a smart play, but you know, hopefully they can convert on these 2 free throws. Yeah, you know, and they're definitely bringing substitutions inside, in and out, and managing player minutes. You know, making sure nobody gets in foul trouble, everybody stays fresh. You know, I think that's the nature of the national tournament, is you're going to have to play 3 games, hopefully, right?
In 3 days.
In 3 days. So, you know, managing minutes and not wearing anyone out is setting up teams for success tomorrow also.
5-point lead for the Ravens. Samaha try to throw it inside. Here's Warren Holtz. Warren Holtz draws the double, knocked away, and stolen by LaFourier, and Warren Holtz can't believe he's called for the foul.
That was a fantastic defensive possession by Uqam. That was a high level defense, on the ball, off the ball. Let's see the replay of this. So they got a trap on the ball screen, great hands to get a steal, and a clear path foul. That was a very good defensive possession by Uqam. Let's see if they can make them pay.
Fourier will shoot 2.
So clear path foul, you're going to have 2 shots plus the ball back. This could be a big momentum changer for Uqam.
Shoots it at 63%. They'll go 1 for 2, but they'll have possession still. Shepard will come back for the Ravens, and Shepard has been a handful for Uqam in this first half.
Got 1:50 left. This is going to be huge for momentum for the rest of this game. Let's see who wins these last 2 minutes.
Seville gets inside. Kicks it out. Stolen by Warren Holtz. They have numbers on the run out. Okado thought about 3. Gets inside. Okado will leave it short.
Got a good shot there. Just didn't convert. It's very good transition offense.
Behind the back and rejected. As LaFourier thought he had an easy bucket off the beautiful take by Eli Carajol.
Great recovery there. That was a fantastic pass. Great opportunity, but great recovery there by Carleton.
Shepard with the rejection. 1:23 remaining now. 4-point game. Got to get it in. Just gets it in. Seville. And a bump there, and that'll be on Bailey. So that's an interesting foul here, as Bailey already playing with 2 fouls.
That was a really bad foul. Really bad foul.
So that's his 3rd.
Yeah, they had a really good defensive possession going there. They were in a great position to get a stop. You know, off balance runner there by Caio, and bailed him out with a bad foul.
So Caio, who shoots it at 68% from the stripe, barely scrapes the rim on the first. The 6'2" sophomore from Laval, Quebec, averaging 8 points per game and 3 rebounds.
Uqam's got to make the free throws. You know, they're not shooting a great percentage from the line. That's going to be a factor here. Is, you know, if Carleton's going to foul you, you got to get to the line and make those free throws.
So Ben Riley will come back for the Ravens. They shoot it at 65% as a team as Uqam, so it's not very high. So, but they need to have it at least 80% here at the Nationals.
And we're seeing that's already a factor in this game. You know, it's you got easy points, you gotta convert. Call them free for a reason.
Shepard draws the double, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hadera. And Taffy Charles is going to call a timeout here with just over a minute remaining, leading by 3. You can see the disgust there by Taffy Charles. Not happy with the ball movement on this half-court possession.
I think offensively, Carleton hasn't been executing great. You know, I think it's been some unnecessary, careless turnovers, and you know the offensive execution for Carleton hasn't been great, other than a few possessions here and there. So I think that Taffy's you know, it's something that he's going to want to clean up for the second half is get some better execution in the half court. But Shepard is punishing them in the paint, and obviously he's making up for some sloppy turnovers.
Canada's best university men's hockey teams head to Charlottetown next week for the 2023 Cavendish Farms University Cup Championship. Catch every second of the exciting action beginning March 16th only on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and the CBC Sports app. Good look at Taffy Charles there, the head coach of the Carleton Ravens. Charles, outstanding season here for the Ravens. The legendary Notre Dame High School, played there in Ottawa, former player with the Ravens from 1990 to 95, and was an OUA East Final first team All-Star in 1990-92. Good look at Mario Joseph, a good basketball player in his own right as well.
Absolutely. No, these are both very, very well-coached teams, very disciplined teams. You know, you can see, especially on the defensive end, high-level defensive teams. So this has been a really good game so far.
Sarafane can't knock down the triple out of the timeout. Opportunity under a minute here, the tie, or get within one. Seville blocked by Shepard. Three's nothing but net, though, on the second chance by Carajo. They'll tie it up at 34.
Huge shot for Uqam. They really needed that. You know, now you have a tie game, and right back in it. So that was absolutely a huge shot by
Shepard. Baby skyhook won't fall, and Uqam will hold for the last shot. Seville.
Again, big possession for both teams. Who's going to have momentum going into halftime?
Seville on the drive, cut off. Baseline jumper is good, right at the buzzer as Fitzgerald able to knock it down, a 6'9". As Uqam with the 2-point lead, 36-34. Outstanding comeback here for Uqam as they were reeling a little bit. Ravens went up by 8, looking for that double-digit lead, but a couple timeouts and a couple stops were able to get them to steer the tide here and able to get this lead going into the locker room.
It was a great finish to the quarter for Uqam. You know, settled everything down. Obviously, you know, start to finish for these first two quarters, it's been extremely competitive. But those last two possessions for Uqam were huge, just to get momentum back in their favor and go into halftime with a 2-point lead.
So a 2-point lead here. Uqam 36-34, and Nate, in regards to this first half, both teams started off slow, turned it over early were the Ravens, and then midway through that first quarter, Uqam started to turn it over, and then the Ravens were able to find their stride offensively, in particular Warren Holtz and Shepard.
Yeah, I think really this game's been defined by defense so far. You know, I think these are two teams that clearly take pride on the defensive end, and the defensive effort has really been high level for both teams. That's led to some careless turnovers, and execution offensively hasn't been great on either side, especially for Carleton. You know, uncharacteristic turnovers and execution that's not what they usually do. So, you know, hats off to Uqam for their defensive effort. Carleton's been phenomenal defensively as well. You know, and this is a game that can go either way.
And if you're Uqam, you got to be happy with the score here. You know, you average 76 points per game. Carleton, on the other hand, averaging 82. These two teams well below their average, I would say, at halftime. But we have lots of time left. Got 20 minutes remaining in this contest. Anything can happen at this stage. But like you said, there's some weary legs for Uqam. They had to go deep inside their bench to look for some depth, and they were able to find that late in the quarter.
Yeah, I think that's one of Uqam's strengths, is they do have depth and athleticism off the bench.
Nous sommes présentement avec Mario Joseph, entraîneur-chef des Citadins de Uqam. Monsieur Joseph, on a amené une défensive avec beaucoup de pression lors de leur première demi de jeu. Est-ce qu'on est satisfait de cette pression-là jusqu'à maintenant dans le match?
On n'est pas satisfait. On a donné trop d'opportunités à Aiden où est-ce que défensivement on se déplaçait, mais on le perdait par moment. Puis c'est comme ça, je crois qu'il a été capable de rentrer des 3 points. Puis ils ont pu rester dans le match.
Oui, beaucoup de pression également, beaucoup de jeux en transition de votre côté. Est-ce qu'on est capable de garder ce rythme de jeu au courant de la deuxième demi de ce match également?
Je crois qu'on est capable de garder ce jeu-là. Qu'est-ce qui est important, c'est de prendre soin de la balle parce que par moment, on a fait les arrêts puis on n'a pas été capable de convertir dans la transition.
Et que dire du jeu de Kevin Civil jusqu'à maintenant qui fait un bon travail à quelques reprises d'entrer dans la peinture pour retrouver ses coéquipiers? Est-ce que c'est ce qu'on recherche de Kevin Civil dans ce match?
Kevin Civil a été un leader pour nous tout au long de la saison, puis on sait qu'il est capable de faire des grandes choses pour l'idée de l'équipe. Kevin Civil fait juste prendre les bonnes décisions présentement pour l'équipe.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup, Mario Joseph, entraîneur, et bonne chance pour la deuxième demi de ce match.
Merci.
Head coach Mario Joseph for Uqam. Quickly, Nate.
Yeah, I think Coach Joseph hit the nail on the head. You know, he said basically Aiden Warholtz is getting too many easy opportunities and has been able to convert and make Carleton pay. And obviously that's something that they need to clean up.
So at the half, Uqam lead by 2. We're back after these messages. Stay with us. You're watching the 2023 U Sports Final 8 Men's Basketball Championship on CBC.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliant. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
It's that moment again. The one.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
The nominees for the Ken Shields Award for Excellence in Basketball, Academics and Community Involvement are... Les candidats pour le prix Ken Shields pour l'excellence dans le basketball, les études et l'engagement communautaire sont des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, John Alex Voss, Université de l'Île du Prince-Édouard, UPEI. Du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec from the RSEQ, Charles Robert, Université Bishop's University. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Aidan Warnholtz, Université Carleton University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Adam Page, l'Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta. Le lauréat du prix Ken Shields pour l'engagement communautaire est, the winner of the Ken Shields Award for Community Service is Adam Page, l'Université de l'Alberta, University of Alberta.
Back in Halifax alongside Nate Philippe, Vince Williams on hand after 20 minutes. Brought to you by Wilson. Let's take a look at the stats. Brought to you by Wilson, Nate.
Yeah, so you see Uqam shooting 31% from the field. That's a low percentage relatively. So definitely they want to execute better on the offensive end and convert. But obviously that's easier said than done against Carleton. And 7 turnovers are killer. Obviously, Carleton turns defense to offense better than anyone else in the country. So they're going to have to clean up the turnovers and make sure they're executing on every possession.
We're back after these messages. You're watching CBC Sports continuous coverage of the 2023 U Sports Final 8 Men's Basketball Championship.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. le sacrifice que tu fais. Quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second. Chase the glory. Visez haut.
Stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Here are the nominees for the Stuart W. Aberdeen Memorial Trophy, presented to the 2023 Fox 40 U Sports Men's Basketball Coach of the Year. Voici les candidats pour le trophée commémoratif Stuart W. Aberdeen, présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année Fox 40 U Sport en basketball masculin. Des sports universitaires de l'Atlantique from the AUS, Tyrell Vernham, Université Saint-FX University. Du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec from the RSEQ, Mario Joseph, l'Université du Québec à Montréal, Uqam. Du sport universitaire de l'Ontario from the OUA, Stephen Berry, Université Queen's University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne from Canada West, Kirby Shep, Université du Manitoba, University of Manitoba. Le lauréat du trophée commémoratif Stuart W. Aberdeen et le prix Fox 40 présenté à l'entraîneur de l'année est the winner of the Stuart W. Aberdeen Trophy and the Fox 40 U Sports Men's Basketball Coach of the Year is Stephen Berry, Université Queen's University.
Back in Halifax, third quarter upon us here alongside Nate Philippe, Vince Williams on hand, Uqam and Carleton at the half. Uqam lead by 2, 36-34, and the numbers really tell the story, Nate, between these two teams. They have struggled in the first 20 minutes, but you have to expect, good look at Taffy Charles, the head coach of the Carleton Ravens. You got to expect better basketball here in the second half.
Definitely. I know Taffy's not happy with the offensive execution. You know, you have Carleton shooting 28% from 3, 45.5 from 2. But, you know, it's definitely been, it hasn't been a great offensive game so far for Carleton, which is a credit to Uqam's defense, and obviously something that they want to clean up. But Grant Shepard's been a dominant force and has really kept them in the game. You know, Aiden Warrenholtz has shown why he's first-team All-Canadian and one of the best players in the country. So, you know, it's a wide-open game. It's going to be a fun second half.
Yes, Shepard with 10 points and 3 rebounds. 5 for 8 from the floor. Warrenholtz with 13 leads the way. All scores with 5 for 7. 3 of 4 from downtown with 3 rebounds. As Uqam will start with possession here in the third. Fadeaway jumper won't fall. Tough shot as Carajol try to get that up and over.
Yeah, low percentage shot to start. It's not the start Uqam wanted.
Flipped inside. That won't go as Vraken unable to convert. Back the other way is Carajol. 3 ball on the way for McFadden. Sean, nothing but net.
Drive and kick, wide open shot. It's a great way to start there.
Up by 5 now as Uqam. Back door, nice cut, laid up and in there is Vraken.
Very nice cut by Vraken. That's how you draw it up. Perfect backdoor cut.
Carajol, good ball movement. Seville for 3. He'll leave it short. He came out hot shooting it from downtown. He was 2 for 3. Now he's missed the last 4 attempts from beyond the arc. Is Seville. Shepard backing his way down, and he'll lay it up and in. And that matchup for LaFourier is just a tough one this afternoon.
That's, I think of Mark Jackson. There goes that man again. And there goes Grant Shepard again.
Canada's best university men's volleyball teams head to Hamilton next weekend for the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship. Catch every second of the action beginning Friday, March 17th on CBC Gem, cbcsports.ca, and CBC Olympic YouTube channel. Latif, under 5. Warnholtz forces it up. Off the backboard, kicked around Warnholtz now. Second chance opportunity. Breaking for 3. That won't fall. Batted around. Last touch by Bailey. He can't believe it. And McFadden John did a good job of blocking out Bailey on the baseline.
Very good defensive possession there by Uqam. They got lucky. Carleton didn't convert on that offensive rebound. That's a shot that Carleton usually converts.
Gotta hurry under 10. Lahee Hader. Carajol forces up the 3, and he's fouled on the attempt. And that'll be on Elliot Bailey. So Bailey will pick up another foul here. And that'll be number 4 for Bailey.
And that's been a pattern in this game. Elliot Bailey has picked up some really uncharacteristic fouls, just flat out bad fouls. I know Taffy's not happy about that, and that's marked Elliot Bailey's game so far.
So Ellie Carajo will shoot 3. First one's good. Shoots it at 65% on the season is Carajo.
And that's really the cardinal sin of defense, is never foul a shooter, right? You never want to bail out a jump shooter. You know, it's got a, 35% chance to go in. You don't want to give him three clean looks at the free throw line.
He shoots it at 18% from downtown, so it's not a very high percentage shot for Carajo.
Well, there you go.
But he's able to knock down all 3 free throws. He shoots it just under 70%.
Yeah. Really, really bad foul for Carleton, and great job by Uqam making the play there for a breakdown.
Sarafan will check into the game, as Bailey will have to sit down with 4 personals. They go back inside the Shepherd. Shepherd leaves it short. Sarafan on the floor, and that's the tie-up, and possession arrow will favor the Ravens. No, that'd be a foul, actually, a loose ball foul called on Uqam.
That's been a huge story to this game so far, is they just can't handle Grant Shepherd in the paint, you know, and Alex Schlossard clearly is hobbled. He's not himself, has played very limited minutes, and this is a huge factor in this game, is they just have no answer for Grant Shepherd right now.
And LaFourier's in foul difficulty now, Nate. He's got 4. So
huge.
Both coaches have some game management here with their starters.
Huge, and I think that hurts Uqam more than it hurts Carleton.
That won't fall. Back the other way. McFadden John gets into the body of Warnholtz. He thought he knocked it off the leg of Jean. Jean wanted a foul, but a good take in transition. McFadden John, though, on the run out.
Very good transition again by Carleton, getting back and getting a hand on the ball.
And a 5-second call on Uqam. Great defense by Latif off the ball, guarding Seville.
Yeah, and you see them celebrating that play. You know, they know that's what they hang their hat on, and very good defensive possession there by Carleton.
4-point lead for Uqam. Ravens struggling here in the 3rd. Nice take off the glass and in by Draken. Here's Seville. Seville. Carajo, got about 3. Gets inside, and he's fouled by Braken. And Carajo's been drawing his defender out beyond the arc. Doesn't, like you said, doesn't shoot it a lot.
Yep. Doesn't
shoot it at a very high percentage, but he is luring the defender out, and then he's taking them off the bounce.
Yeah, and that's, you know, KYP, know your personnel, right? They have to recognize that Ali Carajo is not a great shooter. Can't be flying out at him on the perimeter, and he's doing a good job drawing fouls.
Gets inside, can't finish. Latif. Quick ball movement. Sarafane thought about 3. Breaking. Can't finish, and Shepherd battling inside, and Grant Shepard lays it up and in. Just the perseverance there by Grant Shepard, the strength, grown man strength inside, able to get that rebound and put back.
Grant Shepard's been the dominating force in this game. Have to find a way to keep him off the glass if they want to find a way to win this one.
Shepard's got 16 now. Good drive and finish is Haderot. So Haderot, slow start for him offensively. He's got 6 points now. Second leading scorer on the team with 14 points per game. Latif off the bounce, knocked away by McFadden Jean. They have numbers on the run out. Seville up the and Jean blocked out by Warnholtz. He can't believe it. But McFadden Jean tried to stuff it with 2 hands off the lob by Seville.
Exciting play. We're going to have a replay here. We got a 2-on-1. This is what you practice every day. Yeah, they had no choice but foul there.
McFadden Jean, he's 6'2", is the sophomore from Montreal. Not a big man, but he's got some springs, obviously, if they're going to throw this one up in a quarterfinal game here at the Nationals.
And I've been really impressed by his defense. You know, he's been harassing Carleton's guards up and down the floor. Tremendous speed and athleticism, and he's been a defensive force.
He'll knock down both. He's back up to 4. Okado's come back in for the Ravens. Okado off the pin down screen. Okado on the drop.
Very good defense by Uqam. Clear the turnover.
Here comes Seville. Seville behind the back pass. Blown layup there, but the back is there by Fitzgerald. And a timeout called by the Ravens. They want to talk it over as we're back after this. Stay with us. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Certaines personnes arrivent à l'université en sachant ce qu'elles vont faire dans la vie. D'autres viennent pour le découvrir. Peu importe la raison, elles trouveront leur chemin à l'Université d'Ottawa. Un chemin vers la connaissance et vers le succès. Vous étudierez avec des professeurs qui sont des leaders dans leur domaine. 89 d'entre eux sont titulaires de chaires de recherche du Canada. Tout au long de votre parcours, des mentors, des conseillers et des accompagnateurs vous appuieront pour que vous développiez votre plein potentiel.
FLW Analytics from Boost Innovation is proud to bring you the 2023 U Sports Basketball Final 8 on CBC. This Canadian-built military-grade software provides guidance on 8 performance mindset characteristics as well as knowledge of tactics and strategy in basketball. FLW Analytics, proven technology, is ready for its Canadian release. Learn more about the launch of FLW Analytics in Canada by visiting flwanalytics.com or scan the QR code on your screen. And we'll take a look here at the last bucket that forced us into this break and a timeout call by the Ravens, Nate.
Yeah, great pass by Kevin Seville there. Draws 2 defenders and a drop-off. You know, got lucky they got a second chance there, but high-level play by a high-level player.
Warnholtz now. Warnholtz looking for his first 2 points here in the second half. Had 13 in the first half, under 10. Fade away, Warnholtz knocks it down.
Huge shot by Aiden Warnholtz. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that's what he is.
6 of 9 from the floor is Warnholtz, 3 of 5 from downtown. 15 points. Uqam looking for a response. Garajol, though, he'll put it up and in.
Tough shot there. Big finish. Carleton made that a very, very difficult shot.
Ellie leads the way with 17. Warnholtz puts it in from downtown, and just like that, Aiden Warnholtz has 5 quick points out of the timeout. You think Taffy Charles was looking directly in his direction in that timeout, Nate.
That's why he's first team All-Canadian. He's been doing that throughout his career. Huge shot by Aiden Warnholtz.
Last touch by Carojo, and it will go over to the Ravens. That'll be turnover number 9 on the game for Uqam.
And that's been a huge, huge factor for this game. You know, unnecessary, careless turnovers, and Carleton turns that from defense to offense better than anybody in Canada.
Fadden John will sit down. KO will come in for Uqam. Draken on the drive, nice fake, can't finish off the glass. Was able to get inside, couldn't execute the layup.
Nice pass there.
KO. Hold up here. Hader, good close out by Shepard. Fitzgerald left all alone. And Anthony will lay it up, can't put it in.
Great recovery there by Carleton.
Shepard now. And off to Warnholtz. Shepard on the catch. Bubbles it, tied up by Carojo, and he can't believe he's called for the foul here.
That's a tough call. That's a tough call. That's a bailout. Great defensive possession. Uqam has a stop there, and questionable call by the officials, but it happens.
So that's his second, team's third. Samaha will come back in for the Ravens, along with Noel Jean for Uqam. Samaha. Warnholtz blow by, and he'll be called for the walk. Actually stepped out of bounds there on the sideline is Aiden Warnholtz. Good pin down screen there off that inbound.
Another uncharacteristic turnover by Carleton. It's not something they usually do. Uqam's got to capitalize here on that.
And that's their 9th. Seville. They'll bring it over the timeline. Carojo trying to bang his way inside. Warnholtz battling down low. Samaha with the double.
Too much dribbling there. Too much dribbling. Gotta give it up.
Warnholtz fade away. It's good. Aiden Warnholtz.
Huge shot by Aiden Warnholtz. Stepping up huge for his team.
1-point game. Seville baseline, and Seville is forced out of bounds.
Let's take a look at this move by Aiden Warnholtz. Again, big-time players make big-time plays. Just look at the footwork, create separation, nothing but net. Beautiful
That fouls
shot.
on the Ravens' Jacob Knight. 15 to shoot, Seville for 3, yes! Kevin Seville needed that three-pointer. He went 2 for 3 to start the game. Misses last 6 from downtown, and he gets right off of that 3 ball.
Huge shot by Kevin Seville.
Here's Seville. Seville, he'll skip it over to Carojo. Hader. Gotta get busy in Seville. Seville, right hand this time, try to get it to the rim, and the putback is there.
Wow. Huge offensive rebound and putback. That's actually out of the Carleton Ravens playbook, right?
Doso able to convert.
Huge shot for Uqam there.
3 ball in the corner, nothing but net as Serafin knocks down the triple.
That's what Carleton needs. They need other guys to step up, other than Aiden Warnholtz and Grant Shepard.
1 minute left in the frame. Seville, step back 3. That'll scrape the rim. Carajo will call for the walk, and a couple substitutions here. As Shepard will come back along with Latif. As Mario Joseph will call timeout here with 52.4 remaining in the third quarter and a 3-point lead. And the next game here, we're scheduled for 2, but we're not sure. Will be delayed approximately 2:30 is the University of Winnipeg, Westman versus the University of Ottawa, GGs. The GGs, OUA champions, ranked number 2, and the Westmen, they shocked the world knocking off Manitoba in the semifinal in the Canada West to punch their ticket here at number 7.
Another really intriguing matchup, University of Ottawa. This might be the best team that Ottawa's had since Darwin's been there. You know, they won the OUA championship, beat Carleton in the championship game, and you know, Westman shocked the world. You know, no one expected them to be here. First nationals in 30 years for the Winnipeg Westmen, so another very, very exciting matchup.
Yeah, Sean Moranin has played outstanding for the Westmen, leading the way, bringing them to this championship. So they're looking to do the dance continuing, the Cinderella dance that is, are the Westmen. They'll play in that second game, that quarterfinal. That will most likely come up around 2:30 here on CBC Sports. Good look at Taffy Charles, really fired up. He's the head coach of the Ravens, trailing by 3 with 52.4 remaining in the third. Draken will inbound.
And even that last play, you know, they really got bailed out again because it was another offensive rebound by Uqam, which I'm sure Taffy is furious about. You know, giving up offensive rebounds is not something that Carleton does. So that's a major factor in this game.
Warren Holtz. Shepard tried to save it. Was able to do it. Here's Warren Holtz. Warren Holtz draws the double. Draken's got to make a decision. Latif for 3, and he's fouled by Seville, and he'll shoot 3.
Bad foul. We saw it earlier in the game. You never want to foul a jump shooter. It's a play that makes coaches furious, you know, and you're bailing out a guy that may or may not make a shot and send him to the line for high percentage shots, 3 free ones. So, yeah. Breakdown, big mistake by Uqam there.
So Latif will shoot 3. Shoots it at 77% from the stripe on the season. Is the 6'2" sophomore from Toronto, averaging 12 points per game. He'll miss both.
Wow.
Third one coming up.
Big misses. And you can see Taffy Charles there, furious. These are moments that make coaches lose sleep.
And he'll go 1 for 3. That's the first free throw made by the Ravens this afternoon. And shoot it at 71% on the season as a team. Difference of 6 seconds on the game clock and shot clock. Haydara. Haydara on Serafin. Haydara gets inside, banks it in. Outstanding move by Haydara.
Huge shot. That's what he does. Long athletic driver, getting right to the rim.
Warren Holtz at the buzzer. Can't get it to fall. 4-point game. Fourth quarter on the other side. Stay with us. We're back after these messages. Stay with us. You're watching CBC Sports. Continuous coverage of the 2023 U Sports Final.
Some people come to university knowing exactly what they want to do in life. Others come to discover it. Either way, there's a path for them at Ottawa. A path to knowledge, a path to success. You study with professors who are leaders in their field. 89 of them hold Canada Research Chairs. Along your path, you will find student mentors, counselors, and coaches. all there to give you the support you need to be the best you can be.
Back in Halifax, good look at Taffy Charles alongside Nate Philippe, Vince Williams on hand, as the Carleton Ravens trail after 3 quarters, 57-53. Uqam doing an outstanding job with this 4-point lead. A tough shot made just before the buzzer to end that 3rd quarter. But if you're Uqam right now, Nate, you got to be happy where you're at right now.
Absolutely, they're in the driver's seat. You know, this is the upset watch. If we were in the NCAA tournament, they'd be going upset watch all across the country. So, very exciting game so far.
In our next game, the University of Winnipeg taking on the University of Ottawa. The start time approximately 2:30. Got a late start here in quarterfinal number 1 between the Ravens and Uqam. Uqam has 10 minutes left to pull the upset, come into this tournament as the 6th seed, champions of the RSEQ for the first time. And the Carleton Ravens coming into this tournament as number 3 seed. So 10 minutes remaining in this contest. The Ravens will start with possession. Bailey's back out there for the Ravens. He's got 4 personals. Warren Holtz, Shepard, along with Latif.
And if Carleton's going to win this game, they need somebody else to step up other than Grant Shepard and Aiden Warren Holtz. You know, those 2 guys have been incredible in this game, but they can't do it alone, right? So somebody else has to step up, and that's going to be a key for this 4th quarter.
Yeah, Aiden Warren Holtz, he's got 20 points on 8 of 13 shooting, 4 for 6 from downtown. Shepard's got 16, 8 of 12 from the floor with 6 rebounds. And Latif is the 3rd leading scorer with 6, so there's a significant drop-off. But Warren Holtz says, I'm going to knock down this fadeaway jumper. He's got that going. He's got 22 now as the first team All-Canadian. Seville. Carojo, quick ball movement. Dasso. Adara, step back triple. Won't go. Shepard comes up with the loose ball. Good look by Carojo as he couldn't knock it down there. Here's Latif. Latif won't get it to fall now. Seville hesitates. Quick ball movement again. 10 to shoot. Doso almost got away with the lock, and that'll be a traveling violation.
Great defense by Carleton there. You see the help and recover and force the turnover. That's Carleton defense.
2-point game as Hadara will sit down. McFadden John will come in for Uqam. We mentioned Taffy Charles there, good look at him, the Carleton Ravens head coach in his 4th season. Mentioned Loshaw, not available, played about 2 minutes for Uqam. And that's a lot of points and a lot of leadership on the bench for Uqam right now.
That's it's been a huge difference this game. You know, when he was out there, he wasn't moving well. You could tell he wasn't at 100%, and that's been a major factor. It's a huge loss for Uqam.
Warren Holtz off the dribble handoff. Warren Holtz backdoor Latif. And Latif is fouled. He'll go to the line as KO got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Great backdoor cut there by Wazir Latif. Hard basket cut, that's exactly what you teach. Yeah, here's a replay. You see the hard basket cut, and he's looking at only one thing, score or foul.
And your All-Canadian really got it going offensively, but the trust factor from Aiden Warren Holtz to throw that backdoor pass to Latif, knowing that he'll catch it and have an opportunity to either convert or get fouled and shoot a pair.
Aiden Warren Holtz has been orchestrating this game like a maestro. He's been absolutely incredible today.
And the Ravens tie it up. A 5-0 run here to start the 4th. Uqam need a response. Nice drive and take it finished there by KO. So Samuel KO with this first 2 points. Here's a 6'2" sophomore from Laval, Quebec.
Big basket there.
Offensive foul off the ball, and that's on Connor Draken. He can't believe it. Actually on Warnholz. They're calling on Warnholz with the push-up.
And that's something we've seen throughout this game, is Carleton punishing and killing themselves with unnecessary careless fouls. That's not something that they've done throughout their championship run over the last 19 years.
And that's Warnholz's 4th personal. So decision time here with just under 8 minutes remaining in the 4th for Taffy Charles. Nice give and go.
Great block there. Very good help.
Fourier try to get it to the rim. Good recovery by Shepard. 4 seconds to shoot.
Can Uqam get a good shot here?
Seville, step back, 3-pointer. That'll scrape the rim, chased down by Warnholz. Warnholz now. Grant Shepard trying to get set up in his office. Battling down low.
Looked off Shepard there. That should have gone into the paint.
Latif. Warnholz, 3-pointer, and he's fouled in the act of shooting.
Ooh.
And Aiden will shoot 3.
Another bailout call. Never foul a 3-point shooter. Let's take a look at it again. Aiden Warnholz comes off a kick out. 2 guys on the ball, over aggressive, and that's a bailout call. Bad foul by Uqam.
Warnholz 4 for 7 from downtown. 9 of 15 from the floor, shoots it at 41%. Here's the 6'2", 4th-year senior from Canada, Ontario.
And that's the last guy you want on the free throw line if you're Uqam. Absolute last guy in the world you want on the free throw line.
Nothing but net in the first 2. 3rd one coming up, same result. So Warnholz gives the Ravens a 1-point lead. McFadden John almost loses the handle. Stolen by Latif. Draken on the run out. Draken gets inside, they'll bank it in, and Mario Joseph will call a timeout. So the Ravens starting to wear down Uqam defensively. So we're back after this on the other side. Stay with us. You're watching U Sports here on CBC's. FLW Analytics from Boost Innovation is proud to bring you the 2023 U Sports Basketball Final 8 on CBC. The Canadian-built military-grade software provides guidance on 8 performance mindset characteristics, as well as knowledge of tactics and strategy in basketball. FLW Analytics proven technology is ready for its Canadian release. Learn more about the launch of FLW Analytics in Canada by visiting FLAnalytics.com or scan the QR code on your screen. FLW Analytics, where champions go to improve their mindset.
So big last couple of sequences there by Carleton. You can see the championship pedigree showing there. Now let's see who can answer back with Uqam.
Just over 7 minutes remaining in the 4th. 62-59, Ravens over Uqam. Alongside Nate Philippe, Vince Williams on hand. Quarterfinal number 1 on day 1. Carrojo's 3. Won't fall. Here's Bornholtz. Latif draws the double. Loses the handle, and a kick ball, and it will go over to Uqam.
Shaky possession there by Wazir Latif. Actually looked like he traveled before he fell there. So yep, he's got to step up and keep his head these last 6 minutes if they want to win.
One possession game, Uqam with an opportunity to tie it up or get within one. And it's a view. Hader backdoor cutting, and LaFourier count it plus the foul. Outstanding half-court offense by Uqam.
Great execution, really nice ball screen and roll there. Let's take a look at that again. Okay, so great roll there, contact on the foul, and again, Uqam needed one of their big guys to step up. Big possession there by Uqam.
And LaFourier will complete the three-point play, ties it up at 62. Bornholtz trying to get it inside the Shepherd. Fade away, won't go.
Great defense there by Uqam. Ali Carleton really elevated on that rebound. It's a grown man rebound.
Seville. Kevin off the bounce. Carojo, and he is slammed to the floor by Shepherd.
Great drive there by Carojo, draws the contact. You see Carleton's made the adjustment. They're not flying out on Carojo anymore, right? So they're forcing him to shoot it. Here's another look at it. Yeah, just a great drive, drawing contact. He's got 2 free throws here.
Carojo leading the way for Uqam. Makes the first. Ellie shoots it at 65% on the season. And that's his first miss of the afternoon. 1 for 2 trip. Draken gets inside, nice fake. And he gets his man in the air as Hader couldn't stay patient. And Connor will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, got to stay on the floor there if you're Hadara. Can't go for ball fakes. That's a big-time bailout call.
So Draken shoots it at 89% from the stripe on the season, averaging 13 points per game. He is the 6'5" junior from Kingston, Ontario. Can't get the first one to go. Free throw shooting's been not at a premium for the Ravens.
Yep, Ravens and Uqam missed big free throws and not made defenses pay. So that's something both of them are going to have to clean up as we go forward in the rest of the tournament.
He'll go 1 for 2, tie it up at 63. Approach to the midway point here.
Nice pass.
LaFourier went strong, can't convert. Good recovery by Shepherd. Shepherd trying to run rim to rim now. Calling for it. Latif baseline. Latif lays it up and in. Outstanding move by Wazir Latif.
Big take there by Wazir Latif. Again, they needed someone else to step up, and that was a huge basket there.
Latif able to give the Ravens back the lead. A foul on the floor, and that'll be on Latif. That's his second. It'll be the 4th team foul for the Ravens. So the next one, they're over the limit.
Here's a replay of that last take by Wazir Latif. Strong, aggressive take and a high-level finish.
Carojo for 3, and that won't fall.
Not his game. It's not his game. Tough shot.
Kind of being forced into taking that shot. No other options. Ravens really packing the paint, taking away the drive. Here's Shepard, draws the double. Breakin inside, Breakin can't get it to go. Ripped down.
Big rebound.
Seville steps into a three-pointer, puts it in! Kevin Seville from downtown, and they needed it as Uqam takes back the lead.
Big stop, big three.
Latif now. Warren Holtz, step back triple, and Warren Holtz is fouled by McFadden Jean. And Aiden Warren Holtz will shoot 3 free throws.
Big rebound by Eli Corojo here. Textbook transition offense. Big time shot by Kevin Seville. Huge play for Uqam there. But again, another bailout foul on the other end. Right, can't foul a shooter, send them to the line for 3, and Aiden Warren Holtz has definitely been making them pay for fouling.
He's perfect from the stripe this afternoon as Warren Holtz. Kind of gave him the broadcaster's jinx right there. First one from Remo. Warren Holtz, an outstanding campaign this year. He'll make the second. Good
Mario
look.
Joseph.
And Warren Holtz, as we mentioned, had a career high 42 points versus McGill on October 29, 2022. At 32, Grant Shepard had his career high versus Laurier, so both of those players can really fill it up.
And both of them have been showing what makes them great in this game.
Before yet,
strong move.
Can't finish. Seville, Kevin plus the foul. Kevin Seville moving without the basketball, and Kevin is starting to take this one over for Uqam.
And again, offensive rebounds, killer. Here's a replay of that. Kevin Seville, smallest guy on the floor, but not smallest in hearts. No box out, huge offensive rebound and put back. Massive basket for Uqam.
We'll have a substitution here. It appears that Elliot Bailey is done for the afternoon. He'll pick up his 5th personal, 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting from the floor for Bailey and 6 rebounds. Taffy Charles, you can see on the screen, not happy. It's been one of those afternoons for Taffy Charles and the Ravens. Uqam has been giving them all that they can handle in quarterfinal number 1 here.
Yeah, and I think Kevin Seville is showing his pedigree. You know, with University of Ottawa, he's competed at a high level, you know, top 5, top 10 teams, played at the Nationals before, and Kevin Seville has been fantastic today.
He's been outstanding for sure. Seville leads the way with 19 points, 7 of 16 shooting. That 3 won't fall by Vraken. Seville, 3-pointer. Leaves it short, chased down by Corojo.
Another offensive rebound. I'm sure Taffy Charles absolutely furious.
Seville, that's stolen by Serafin. Here's Latif. Latif's cut off. Latif pull up, nothing but nylon. Outstanding decision there by Wazir Latif. He'll tie it up at 69.
That's what Carleton needed. Someone else to step up. 3 minutes to go. Anybody's game.
Seville. Lafourier spins in the lane on Shepard. Lafourier can't sneak it over the rim. Uqam wanted a foul on Shepard. None coming. Opportunity here for the Ravens to take the lead. Shepard inside. Stolen. Aderai. Carajo, and he'll be called for the offensive foul. Aiden Warren Holtz on the other end. All tied up, and coming up next, our next game. You can see Taffy Charles not happy at all. You can see it, University of Winnipeg will take on the University of Ottawa approximately 2:45. As if we had a late start here in game number 1, but we got a dandy going here right now. Nate Philippe and Vince Williams on hand. for these championships, and 69, 2:23 remaining. Nate, you're kind of on the edge of your seat right now. These teams are really battling down the stretch.
This is what it's all about. This is what you look forward to all year with the Final Eight. You know, this game could go either way. Both teams playing at an incredibly high level.
Here's Warren Holtz. Draken off the bounce, gets inside. Under 10 to shoot. Warren Holtz draws the double and the contact, and Aiden will shoot two.
Aiden Warren Holtz showing again why he's first-time All-Canadian. Right, draws a charge on one end, draws a foul on the other end. His veteran leadership, craftiness, high IQ. He's showing it all today.
So he'll shoot two more. Nothing but net on the first for Warren Holtz. Dynamite offensively, as you mentioned, defensively coming up with the stop, with the charge on the other end. And Warren Holtz will give the Ravens back a 2-point lead.
There we go, crunch time, 2 minutes left.
Jean.
Under 2 minutes.
Lafourier. Seville. And Seville will turn it over, was looking for the foul. Not coming as Riley Kierson, not hearing it.
No, that definitely wasn't a foul. Drove into two defenders. He was looking for a bailout there.
Here's Warren Holtz. Looking for Shepard inside. Shepard now trying to go to work on Lafourier. Jaws the triple. Latif, the Shepard, and Shepard will lay it up and in. 90 seconds remaining. 4-point lead for the Ravens.
Huge possession here for Uqam. You gotta get a good possession.
Seville. Haydara dismisses the screen. Haydara step through, banks it in.
Wow. Huge shot by Haydara. Huge shot. They needed that.
Outstanding taking decision. He's been quiet in this game. Kevin Seville's been doing the heavy lifting, but he'll cut the lead to 2 here. Big possession for the Ravens. Warren Holtz. Serafine inside. Warren Holtz, 3-pointer. That won't fall. Chased down by Lafourier.
Very contested by Uqam. Made it a tough shot.
Seville. Jean, and an offensive foul called on Seville. Once again, it's the All-Canadian Aiden Warren Holtz able to draw that foul on Seville.
That's a huge play. That's a huge play. Those are controversial. You know, bang bang play, charge block. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, and I think the issue there is Kevin Seville leaves his feet. Right, Aiden Warren Holtz has his feet set, squares the shoulders. Kevin Seville leaves his feet. Big play by Aiden Warren Holtz.
Blue Birds raining down here at Scotiabank Center. Uqam faithful making the trip from Montreal. Big possession here for Uqam defensively. Latif, the Shepard, waits, hesitates, knocked away.
Huge play. Big block.
Seville, 3-pointer. That's off the side of the backboard, had a good look.
Uqam's got a foul.
Under 10, Seville, desperate attempt to get after the loose ball. Tie up with 8.1 remaining. And possession arrow will favor, it appears to be Uqam, and Uqam will have it with 8.1 remaining in this game. Take a breather, your heart is beating right now, Nate. Mario Joseph will call timeout. Taffy Charles wanted a foul. He can't believe it again, and we've seen these emotions all afternoon by both of these coaches.
Both coaches have been coaching extremely hard. Both teams have been playing extremely hard. You know, no team can be let down by their effort today.
Now
that was an incredible effort play there.
I'm going to put your coach's hat on right now. 8.1 semifinals on the line. Uqam, an opportunity here to go forward, but they got to get a bucket to tie it up. Do you go for 2 or do you go for the win?
To me, you go for 2 here. You know, I would put the ball in the hands of Kevin Seville. You know, you're drawing up a play. You know, you got 8 seconds, lots of time to get a good shot. I would say probably high ball screen with Kevin Seville. Maybe Hidara setting the ball screen, right? So you can have one of your 2 best players with the ball in their hands to extend the game. You know, if you get an open 3, great, take it. But I'd go for 2 and try and force overtime here.
Do you advance the basketball? Do you take it?
Absolutely, yeah, you absolutely have to advance here. You have 8 seconds to give yourself the best look possible. You know, so I'm sure Mario's drawing up a half-court set here where you know, Kevin Seville is going to be in some kind of ball screen action with the ball in his hands to try and extend this one.
First and foremost, you got to get the ball in on the inbound.
Absolutely, you can't turn it over on the inbound. Gotta execute, get it in, and get a good shot here to try and extend your season.
So here we go. 8.1 remaining in regulation, a 2-point game. Ravens holding on. An opportunity for Uqam to tie it or win it at the buzzer. Hidara will inbound. Seville. Here's Seville. Hidara for the win. Off the backboard. Ball's loose. Seville for 3. And it won't go. As the Carleton Ravens survive.
Great game, great game. Uqam gave it everything they had. Fought start to finish. You know, they had a look to tie it. Had some opportunities there, right? They executed. Kevin Seville had the ball. 2 good looks at it, but yeah. Survive and advance. That's what the Ravens did.
Aiden Warnholtz, 29 points on 9 of 18 shooting, 4 of 8 from downtown. He was 7 from 8 from the stripe, was the first team All-Canadian. 6 rebounds, most definitely the Nike player of the game for the Carleton Ravens.
What a game, what a game. I mean, this is how you want to start a national tournament. Aiden Warnholtz was incredible. You know, the Uqam Citadin gave Carleton every single thing they could handle. Came down to the wire. You know, both teams had a shot, but the difference absolutely was Aiden Warnholtz, his veteran leadership, his craftiness. Came up with huge, huge plays, both ends when they needed them. You know, 2 drawn charges, big shots made. I mean, he did everything they needed.
And you can see Taffy Charles, just a sigh of relief here, surviving and moving on to the semifinal. They punched their ticket. Is Warnholtz. So Eli Corojo will be the Nike player of the game for Uqam. 18 points, 5 of 12 from the floor. It's Corojo. 12 rebounds. He had a double-double, strong game. And for the Ravens, no doubt about it, Aiden Warnholtz.
High-level players make high-level plays. Corojo was fantastic today, and Aiden Warnholtz was lights out.
We're going to take we're going to have a conversation with Warnholtz and get his perspective on this game. Outstanding. You can see him on screen there. He just took over when they needed him. They were struggled in the early going of this game, Nate, and he was just on fire down the stretch when they needed him.
You know, I said it earlier in the game. He's like a surgeon, and that's exactly what he did. Just picked them apart.
And standing by is Aiden Warnholtz.
Hello, hello.
Aiden, congratulations. How does this feel to survive and move on?
I mean, obviously that's the goal, is survive and move on. It was pretty messy, you know. They played a tough game for sure, physical, making shots. So I'm glad that you know, the guys on our team were able to stick together through the whole thing and obviously come out with a win. So that's the goal, and just got to get ready for tomorrow now.
There's always the unknown coming into a championship. You haven't faced this team. They're in a different conference. What was your perspective coming into this game, knowing that they're a tough team to play against?
Yeah, I mean, it's just what you said. You know, we haven't played them. They haven't played us. You know, just watching the film, we knew they're an athletic team, gritty team. So, you know, we had to try to get them to go to their weaknesses. Obviously, it's tough when you got skilled players. But, you know, when it counted, we got a few key stops. So, you know, obviously, we got the win, so that's good.
Aiden, congratulations. We appreciate you. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Aiden Warnholtz, the Nike player of the game, and he was outstanding.
Yeah, you know, I called him the surgeon earlier in the game, and that's what he's been doing his whole career, is just picking teams apart. You know, he's so high IQ, so crafty, you know, reads ball screens, reads transition offensive opportunities, and he showed the full package today. You know, it's not only on the offensive end, you know, with his ability to shoot it, come off ball screens and make reads and make decisions, but it's also on the defensive end. You know, every time they needed a big stop, he came up with charges, huge defensive plays, and he was incredible today.
Yes, the Ravens get it done. 73-71 is the final. They will move on to the semifinals on Saturday night. And so that'll wrap it up for game number one. For the hardworking people behind the scenes, providing all the pictures and sounds here at the Scotiabank Center. And Nate Philippe, I'm Vince Williams saying thank you for watching the 2023 U Sports Final 8 Men's Basketball Championship on CBC Sports. The next game coming up, University of Winnipeg taking on the University of Ottawa, and that matchup should be a good one as well. So long from Halifax for now. We'll see you next time.
U Sports on CBC, les championnats U Sport. Brought to you in part by, vous êtes présenté par Nike Team, Just Do It. Faites-le. Barron, exclusive supplier of U Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues de championnat U Sport. Fox 40, celebrating a decade of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U Sport depuis 10 ans. By Veraburn, proud medical supplier to university sports since 1979. Fier partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. The Government of Canada, le gouvernement du Canada.